Hello everyone, welcome to this unboxing and build of the Messer Type-F01 from Hathaway's Flash, the upcoming movie. It's gonna be coming next year, I presume. Thanks to the coronavirus, it was delayed. Now this Messer really caught my eye when it was released. Obviously it's because it's huge and I like my things thick and chunky. Over here in the back of the manual we can see all the numerous poses that it can pull off. Basically just two, I would assume. This kit is big after all, so I'm not expecting much in terms of articulation. It's a basic manual, color on one side, and black and white on the other. So while we put this away, let's take a look at the runners. Over here we have the regular gray runners for the inner frames. And this is rather disappointing, but the gun is molded all in gray. So you're gonna have to paint it green, and you're gonna have to paint that visor. Here are the khaki brown or sand brown colors. Really nice detail over there for the shield. Here are the red parts, or I think they're maroon. I'm not very good with colors, so I'm just gonna say they're red. Now these feet part, they're identical to the runner in the back, but they didn't give you any extra skirt armor, shield armor. Here we have a three-color runner, which consists of this muted yellow, the khaki sand brown, and a dark brown, as well as the red in the back. Now here is a master grade beam saber effect part. It would be weird if you gave this suit a 144 sized beam saber effect part. That would be too short. Here are the decals. Not much. Comes in a small sheet, so that's pretty good, I guess. Alright, let's start with the assembly. These two pieces make up part of the elbow. You sandwich them together just like that. Layer on some armor. Put a little guard for the elbow. And close it all up. Very straightforward build. It's basically an HGUC. There's not much to say about this kit or the build process, since it's very simple and straightforward. I even found myself sometimes not looking at the manual when building it. It's that simple. Anyone can pick this up, and I recommend it to anyone as well, since it's big, chunky, thick, and it also has a very significant shelf presence once you put it on a shelf, because it's basically an MG sized HG. This thing is big. However, the hands they provide you are reminiscent of the Reborn. Very simple hands. By the way, the shoulder parts for both of the arms are different. I'll show you that in a bit. As you can see here, one of the elbow parts has a hole in it. That's for the shield, I would assume. Building the shoulder part, you get this one part. That's a ball joint on the end. And another part, which doesn't have a ball joint on the end. You can assume why though. If you've seen the picture, you know that on its right shoulder, there's an armor piece reminiscent of the Zaku, all thorny and stuff. Here, we're building the right arm. As you can tell by the little ball joint. Just sandwiched it with two parts onto the shoulder. Put a little pipe on it. You're gonna have to paint this pipe, by the way. And we're done with the arms. Nice articulation there. It's expected of a modern high grade. Now let's get on to the shoulder armor. As I said, this one's on the right hand. All you have to do is input these pegs, these spikes, onto the shoulder armor. Three of these pegs are similar and they're meant to be at the bottom, while the two on the top have a different connector, so you can't mess this up. Before I forget, let's put in this little flap here, and then the shoulder armor. There you have it. We've completed the arms. Let's move on. Let's build the knees. These two parts make up the knee joint. Sorry about that dog barking. This makes up the hip joint. As you can see, the build has been very simple so far, nothing complicated at all. There's no way you can mess this up. There's also one thing I would like to point out. The heftiness of this kit really makes it a worthwhile build. It's not always you get to build such a big and simple kit. If you've built those mega-sized one, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just the feel of a large part in your hand. That didn't sound right. Moving on, you can see that I've completed the feet. Just built 2 of these. Now let's move on to the cows. Let's plug in that knee joint we made earlier. Let's build the ankle. This ankle is very unique. I'm hoping to get a lot of articulation from this one. These are the boosters that go behind the legs. And some detail parts for the shin. Now let's put them all together, starting with the ankle part first. This one just goes in like that. Let's put in the shin. Let's add on the ankle guard. And sandwich them all together with another part of the cow. Here goes the thrusters earlier. A little armor piece. The knee guard. Well, part of it actually. And now the actual knee guard. Slide that in. And we're done with the leg. Let's add on the feet. That's some nice bends there. As for the ankle articulation, I'd say it's sufficient for a kit this size. Let's build the head. This little chin piece goes underneath this armor. Add on the pipes. Put in the brain. I think it's the brain. It's part of the head. That's what it is. The mono eye. You can put a sticker on here. Looks like a little cup. Add on the top layer of the armor. And let's put on the face. And there you have it. Reminds me of a cockroach for some reason. Let's build the upper torso. This is the neck joint. And the other neck joint. So you can have quite a lot of articulation with the head. Let's add in the yellow vents into the body armor. And some khaki armor pieces to hold on to the vents. Like so. Everything's clicking real satisfyingly. Let's add the shoulder joint. These shoulder joints can slide. And now when placing the upper torso onto the body armor, be sure to align all the pegs. More armor pieces. I'm glad that the shoulder point can actually fold out. This is definitely going to give more movement than if it didn't. Let's build the midsection. This will be the joint for the abs and the cockpit as well. Now let's connect it to the midsection by putting this piece of armor first. And connecting it to the midsection we've built earlier. Folding it in. Add a little bit of armor at the bottom. Another piece of armor. And another as well. That's some pretty good color separation. Now let's put them all together. And there you have it. Let's build the waist section. Get these two big pieces together. Put on his cod piece. Put in some thrusters on both sides. I wonder if I'll be able to see this with all the skirt armor. Let's add on part of the skirt armor first. This would be on the back, I assume. A little butt plug. and this 3-section joint. You'll see why I'm building this 3-section joint anyway. It's for the back skirts. It's a really weird articulation over here. These are the back skirts, and let's assemble them. Despite the 3-section joint, they don't move around much. And the downside of having so many joints, they're always crooked. So you're gonna have to straighten them out once in a while. And that's not an easy task to do. Do be careful. You don't want to bend or break those 3-section joints. Let's add on the front skirt. And there you have it. That's the waist section. Let's attach the body and all the other parts. Swivel in that leg, both arms, and the head. Something's missing. Oh yeah, that's right. The boosters. Let's build the boosters. Let's add the nipples, thrusters. Even a little more thrusters. And clip on the armor pieces. So unique, the thrusters sandwiched between armor pieces that move. Let's build a little tail section for the booster. And there you have it. The mobile suit itself is complete. Now to the disappointing part. Look at this gun. It's all in gray. Even the scope. So you're gonna have to paint this. It does look good though. Let's attach the hands anyway. Comes with only one trigger finger hand, and it's for the right arm. Let's build a shield. Real simple assembly. Consists of basically 4 parts, including the beam saber handles, which don't fall out. Let's attach the MG effect parts onto the beam saber handles, and you get a long beam saber. For an HGUC, that is. This is the shield connector. It goes into that hole that I showed you earlier. And the shield can be placed on one of 2 sides. And that's about it for the kit. Oh, one more thing. It has this connector for the action base. All you have to do is slide it into the crotch. It's a very sturdy connection, so you won't have to worry about it falling out. These are all the extra parts it comes with. Head parts, back skirts, booster armor, upper torso, side armor, and shoulder as well as thorns. This kit is really something else. It's a very simple build, has magnificent shelf presence, is big, chunky, feels like a small reborn kit. Definitely recommend it. So if possible, do check this kit out. Till then, see you again. Goodbye.